Hey everybody, it's me, ShandrahFaith with Reading Rainbow's Divination, here for another pick a card for you guys. So this pick a card is a check-in into your romantic connection. So we'll get some love readings on what's going on in your situationship. So here we have our piles. Ooh. Pile number one. Boop. Pile number two, pile number one, the clock. Pile number two, the pipe. Pile number three, the top hat. And pile number four, the glosses. So pick your pile and I'll see you there. Bye-bye. Hey everybody, it's me, ShandrahFaith, here with another pick a card, and you chose pile number one. Oops, one fell here. One can stay over there. And you chose the clock charm, which the time looks like it's 9:40. So that might be significant numbers for you. And yeah, that's why you're first. Those who pick time go first. So we're going to use this lovely deck. It's the second edition of the Transparent Tarot, and which I love so much because I can just go on a lovely story trail for you guys here. So just shuffle it a little bit, and we are doing a reading for your romantic connection. So what's going on with the person you're thinking about? All right, here we go. Ooh, fiery. What? Our pile ones, their romantic connection. Whoa, it's very slippery. Okay. Cards. There we go. Card vomit. Okay. Woo! Oh my gourd. Yeah, I'm still taming these cards. As you can, well, you can't see because it's off camera, but yeah. Oh my gosh. I feel like also your energy pile. There's a little fire, what's I gonna say? A little fire, a little intense energy. Okay, 5 of Wands. That's like right here. Horses. Alrighty, number ones, pile ones. Let's get into your reading. So, what we have here first, let me put these down, is we have the 2 of Cups, then the Ace of Wands, the 9 of Swords, the 9 of Pentacles, 9. Hey, and the time on the clock was 9:40, so look up the spiritual significance of a 9 also. I always find 9s as coming back coming back. Kind of looks like these two people are coming back together. 19, the sun. I love her face in this deck. Then we have a Queen of Cups right here on this side, and a King of Pentacles, so water and earth over here. Then we've got another, like, little fire things going on, little fiery flames. And the Sun card is one of my twin flame cards, so, and one of my favorite cards, really. So this does look like a twin flame connection, just because it's a water and earth, but connected by fire. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool, guys. But I mean, pretty hot, actually. Passionate. Yes, and the chariot. The two horses going back. So what I'm seeing here right now is that there is a separation between the masculine and the feminine. And it doesn't matter what gender you are. There can just be a masculine and feminine in this partnership. And there's separation, but there's a connection going on here. This person here is building these walls, and this person right here kind of looks like, what I'm getting for this specific reading is that he's taking apart the walls. So these two people had been building their lives, building walls, and person B over here is removing those blocks that have kept them away from really opening up. So we have this fiery passion that's happened between the two. And you can see that the Two of Cups, which is my unification, two people partnership duo, and it's great that it also is enhanced, I would like to say, by the Chariot, which is balancing two forces. Usually there's, in the Chariot card, there are two animals that are black and white to represent what I think is like yin and yang, and balancing those two things, masculine, feminine. And what I'm seeing is that in this distance, there's still a connection. I'm also hearing that you might have not even met this person yet, but you might be seeing them in your dreams, or maybe it's like an acquaintance, or maybe someone you haven't met yet too, if that's what you're looking for. But there's this separation that is happening. And I forgot, oh yeah. And I also wanted to explain the Nine of Pentacles and the this is the Nine of Pentacles over here. You can see the little pentacles, and the Nine of Swords. So it's interesting because these two parties have total, like, other side of the coin. See, they're both nines, but they're totally different, polar opposite scenarios. The Nine of Swords is this anxiety-ridden, hard to sleep because you're just worrying, having these racing thoughts, and stabbing thoughts is more what it is. It's just like 9 stabbing thoughts, stabbing you with all their little thought things and thought bubbles popping up. So person A is struggling with that. And it could be from work, it could be through family, just troubles in their life. See how she's eyeing all these swords? There's a sword going into her eye. And it's just like, this is what's going on in this person's life right now. That's why she's building walls right here, building them up. Now, it's funny because they're both, if you can look up here, or I'll show you, they're both offering their perspective gifts. This person is really good with money and material things. This person's really good with emotions and caring and sharing and giving and loving, and just like, ooh, they want to be like that. They want to get together, but there's so much in between them. But even though there's a lot in between them, they are still connected through passion and inspiration and illumination and balancing their energies together. So this reminds me of the twin flame journey, about like my twin flame journey. I'm separated from my twin flame. And yeah, it's kind of like this, where there's a lot going on. These swords and wands can represent does represent what's going on, but in the middle, in the other dimensions and in the dream world, spiritually, we are connected. We're separate, going doing our own things, but we are connected. And one day, da 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 da, yeah, mwah. But not yet, though. Still gotta deal with all this that's going on. This person is dealing with wealth and abundance, though, and sitting pretty. Look at how this person's just relaxed on their money, the coins of money. But there's a lot to untangle here. The Five of Wands is in the regular tarot, Rider-Waite tarot. Five of Wands is, I was like, it's 5 wands, right? I could also count the wands, but I don't feel like doing that. There's usually 5 people fighting each other. So it's, what I see is like, with the wands, the 5 wands are, they're not really like, but the wands are only hitting each other, they're not trying to hit other people. So it's kind of like, it's my like workplace environment or collaborative environment card. And you have to work together, balancing. You're not just balancing 2 things, you're balancing 5 things. So this person is abundant, but there's a, mo money, mo problems kind of thing going on. And this person is dealing with their emotions and their thoughts that are blocking them from this connection. See how these walls are being built. And as I said earlier, this person seems like they're trying to take things out of their life so that it can be easier to handle. And they're starting to recognize this connection. I think they are both starting to recognize this connection and see where it's going. What else was I going to... Oh, I was going to read a little bit for some of these cards from the Transparent Tarot. We're going to read about the Sun. See what they have to say in this book. If I can remember. Oh yeah, here we go. Divinatory meaning. The Sun's appearance in a reading ensures that all neighboring or combined cards will be seen in their most positive light. So that's good. In career matters, this card may either signify success in an existing job, a promotion, or even a new career entirely. In this case, it will be something that truly enables the querent to realize their potential and contribute creatively. Those in the creative careers will see their talents rewarded and given the acknowledgement they deserve. So the coming together point for these 2 people could be work, as I was saying. The workplace. This could be a workplace romance. Within relationships, an uncomplicated and guilt-free joy may be found that involves celebrating each other's gifts. That's what I was talking about. You guys offering each other gifts and truly basking in the glow of each other's company. So once you guys get together, it's all this other stuff's going to melt away and you're going to be left with the horses and the sun and the passion and the collaboration. Yeah, all this stuff will fall away. I mean, maybe not the thoughts and the abundance for this person, but yeah, this stuff, this icky wand stuff right here is going to fall away. It'll kind of be like the sun is going to burn off these sticks out of your way. It's like there's a pile of sticks in between you 2. um, on a spiritual level, it is not a card of challenges and delving deep, but one of celebration, expression of our own divinity, and the enjoyment of the beauty of the world and its inhabitants. The sun may also represent an actual person in the life of the querent, in which case it will be someone of great confidence, with a presence that always seems to light up the room. As this is your combining energy, I think you both have that sun energy coming into it. What I'm seeing now is I'm just like, light these sticks on fire, get them out of the way, burn them up so that you guys can get together. So the sun may also, oh wait, I wrote that. In some cases, the light of the sun may reveal secrets that have been long hidden. While this is a positive in the long term, the moment of revelation itself can be jarring and painful. An example, oh, this is just describing how to combine them. Well, yeah, so that is where you guys are heading. It's nice that you guys are coming together, even though there's a lot in between you. What else did I want to write about? I want to read about the Ace of Wands. Find that. When the Ace of Wands appears in a reading, it's a time of great potency. Creative ideas may be surfacing. Again, we're getting creativity. A collaboration is going to join you guys together. Creative ideas may be surfacing with great momentum, and life seems to be bursting forth with newfound vigor. Look at that. Look how that wand is just being lit up by the sun. The sun is the ultimate fire bringer, heat bringer. When seeking guidance in career issues, it is a sign that may herald a positive start to any new project or enterprise, or a renewed freshness of enthusiasm and drive within an existing career. It is a card that is far more about creative satisfaction and fulfillment than it is about financial security. But that does not mean that it will lack that dimension. Because of the charisma and potential energy tied up with this card, material rewards will likely emerge in time of their own accord without being overtly sought. And again, it's mentioning charisma, light. You guys could be just very social, but when it comes to talking to each other, it's like, nope, I'm shy now. Within a relationship, this is most definitely the card of lust and sexual chemistry. Also, that could be blocking you too, especially if you are in a actual workplace with your person. So maybe the separation isn't really physical separation, but like work etiquette. I have that Friends where Ross goes, oh, it's looked down upon when he's dating like his students or one of his students. But yeah, workplace romances, they're looked down upon. You want to focus on your work, but you want to remain professional is what's happening if that's your situation. In this case, it could be important to look at the other cards in the combination to see if emotional capability is present, if indeed it is sought. One thing that is certain with this card is that there would be no lack of interest or ability in the bedroom. Ooh, bum bum, bound chicka bow wow. However, it may lack the stability for a long-term relationship, or its nature may change with time. So this could also be something you guys are worried about, that, oh, maybe this is just a physical relationship and, nothing more. Because you both are dealing with, all this other stuff in your own world. And it's like, oh, I don't want to just have this like sexual relationship, but what's telling you that it's not just a sexual relationship, because underneath it all, look at that. The Two of Cups. They're not sticking their genitals together, they're sticking their cups, putting their hands together. So I think there's more there. I think that you guys just have a lot going on in your worlds, that you have to deal with that first, which is what happens in the twin flame journey, is that you deal with you and once you're in that right vibration and you've gotten all your ducks in a row, then the universe will start giving you opportunities to finally connect with your person. Bring those two people were like looking at each other from a distance. From a distance. Oh man, that song has been coming out. I've been saying from a distance a lot too. So let's do read from Gypsy Witch, fortune telling cards. Get some of those in. Zoop. Oh. Okay. I'm gonna leave it at that. So we've got the Two of Spades, which is the Two of Wands in reverse. The star ensures success in all enterprises when near, when very distant, some unlucky events. So what this represents to me is that there's still some shit you got to deal with till you guys can get together. Of course, we've already seen that. But once this energy is reversed, there's success. And so just get through it, get through your lives. And then I feel like, yeah, you're just squishing that pile of sticks and brushing them away. Or like I imagine like you and your person, it's like a hedge. There's like a hedge maze, or reminds me of like Goblet of Fire in Harry Potter. And you're just like, you got to go through all this stuff so you can meet in the middle, which you can see that in this reading. They just need to meet in the middle, make a big bonfire. All right, we have the Ace of Wands again. You guys have a lot of chemistry, sexual passion here that's happening. And I think you can, put these sticks in the fire. I'm getting just like sticks and fire and sticks. Could both be fire signs. I am a fire sign, and my twin and my karmic are fire signs too. So I know about this separation, but there's the secret fire brewing kind of thing. The roads turn to the dark clouds, foretells misadventures, but far from the person, the evil consequences may be averted. Ooh, it's kind of like that, like forbidden love, like, ooh, there could be consequences. It's so fiery. It's so fiery. It's wrong, like the devil is the fire and flames. But you know what? People don't mention this or think about this, but the Holy Ghost, the Holy Spirit, is represented by a dove in flames in the center of your heart. And that's what I'm a double fire sign, so I'm always like, yes, people, don't be afraid of the fire. You can tame the fire. You can like a wild Mustang, and you need to tame it. It's dangerous, but once you get your fire safety emotionally, take your fire emotion. Well, when I talk about fire, water, earth, I'm also talking about different states of being. So fire to me is, what I'm getting a lot from two very charismatic people, very fiery. And then from water, you get someone who's very connected to their emotions. Then earth is someone who's very grounded, who likes to organize, have things, in their certain place. And then what was the last one? Air is like the intellectual, in the mind. That's why it's air, up in the top of the head. Number 48. So this is the Three of Coins, Three of Diamonds. The money safe indicates riches. If shut side is toward the person, it denotes loss by speculation. I think this is about taking a risk. And in regular tarot, the Three of Coins is my work card. So again, a lot of work vibes. So a lot of you might be working together in some sort of capacity, maybe not at a job, maybe you're working on a project together, being in school together. I don't know. There's a togetherness there, but for a lot of you, it is going to be just work. What is this? The Five of Coins reverse. This is the out in the cold card, but this with the anchor, it just seems like You know, anchors have to be alone sometimes when they're dropped into the water for a while. The anchor denotes successful ventures in business and love and surrounded by 11, 13, 29, 30, 31, 35. Breach of trust. Near the dog, fidelity of the one you love. And so, I love all this, like, this is like a weird gypsy tarot. No, it's not tarot. Well, you can use a deck of cards to do tarot. So like if you just remember the suit, so spades are swords. Oh my gosh, did I say two? Oh yeah. Did I say two of wands? Oh, two of swords, sorry. Two of swords, ace of wands, diamonds are coins, and hearts are cups. So the 5 of coins in reverse, I'm thinking that you guys are getting kind of sick of not communicating and being, left out, being that anchor that's just, hey, pull me up. I'm tired of being at the bottom of the ocean. You guys are tired of this separation or emotional separation. Okay, so now we are going to do our Halloween Oracle. Okay. Let's get a card or two. Oopsies. I'll get that in a minute and I'll take that one. Death and zombies. So death is the eternal cycle begins here. And zombie is control. She lost control again. All right. Yep, we're reading from the Halloween Oracle. Death. What's up with death here? 'Tis not the end, though I may pass in the night. I get to do my time over, although you may get a fright. Many pagans believe that death was the beginning of the cycle of life. When you think about it, most people consider the act of birth to be the beginning of the life cycle. We are born, we live, and we die, and depending on your beliefs, you may get to go around again. Instead, pagan cultures see death as the beginning of a whole new adventure, the place where your soul gets to choose, where it incarnates, why and what it wants to experience. Then and only then does it get born into a body that lives and eventually dies before returning to ride a new cycle. Halloween is a celebration of death as a part of life. As humans are conscious beings, we know about death, and many are afraid and uncomfortable about it. Halloween illuminates the universal truth that all of us will die, just as all of us were born. So to be fearful of that end process is fairly pointless. Halloween asks us instead to make friends with death, just as we seem friendly with birth, and to not allow our fears and grief to bring us unnecessary pain. Do not be afraid if you pull the death card, as it simply means that something is falling away or will do so you can begin strongly afresh. This is a great power in this clearing. If you pull this card at Halloween particularly, the message is stronger still, and you should actively celebrate this new beginning. So what I'm getting from this is that there is a metaphorical death that needs to happen, of course, for you guys to get together. There's big change. You have to make room for this person. So that means cutting away things, which means, a cutting away can be a death. You can see it as a death in that way. I also, for some of you, I'm getting that there was an actual death of like someone either in your life or your person's life or both of you, that you're still dealing with that grief, that could be also part of the swords that are coming in from that 9 of Swords is the grief. It keeps you up at night, it keeps your person up at night, and and we just got to let go so we can start anew. And especially for this relationship, the ways that you have to start over, you have to figure out what you need to rearrange or take out of your life to bring your person into your reality. Then we have the zombie control card. Control. Oh yeah, this will be at the end. The dead arise, voices a mumbling. After our brains are screams, they are tumbling. Zombies have become quite the fashion recently. Much like vampires, turn on the television and you can't escape the moaning and groaning of the living dead. And yes, they do seem to be after your brains. There are even public zombie walks where people dress up as zombies and appear en masse on roads and in cities. But zombies are not merely a fun icon of popular culture. Traditionally, they are mainly associated with the African and Haiti voodoo religion. Zombies are said to be dead bodies reanimated by incantations chanted by a learned practitioner called a bakor. And they're usually enlivened for a purpose. The practitioner is said to capture part of a living soul to animate the body, and that is always a temporary action, as the soul cannot be contained in that decomposing body for long, or God will take the soul back. One of the most frightening aspects of the idea of zombieism is the idea of our souls and consciousness being trapped inside a body that does not do our bidding, but someone else's. Another is the idea of being buried alive, the fate of some, it is said, who get trapped in already dead bodies. Should the zombie step unsteadily into your life, it's time to look at the concept of control. Do you want to control everything, leaving little to free expression? Do you choose partners who are not your equal so that they are more easily manipulated and changed to your liking? Or do you allow that to happen to you? If you are not living your most authentic life, it's time to look at why and how to change that. So again, yes, these cards are asking you, what is blocking you from your person? What is keeping you away from being your true authentic self? And it could be this fear of death and trying to after realizing your fear of death, you wanted to control things and you want to keep things in your own space, your own control, and it's blocking you from new opportunities because you're afraid to reach out or do new things. So yeah, change can feel like death for sure, but it's not actual death. Just remember that, and it will bring you closer to the person you're truly meant to be with. Let's see. Oh yeah, now we're gonna use this Journey of Love cards, which I'm so happy I found, and it's their video debut. So let's get into this reading. Let's do one shuffle real quick. Okay. All right, can we get a card for this connection, please? The Mother Prays. Let's see. Number 15. You are being watched over. Many beings are aware of your existence. They know that your heart and your soul are pure, even when you may doubt it at times, because after all, you are a divine being masquerading as a decidedly fascinating mixture of light and darkness. Sometimes you may not feel so pure. That's okay. The Mother prays for you, not because you're about to do something ridiculous and you might come to harm, but that you might not do something ridiculous and avoid living your full potential. Oh my gosh, that's what I'm talking about, you guys. You're avoiding risks because you feel you don't trust the universe and you don't trust taking those leaps of faith because your mind is set in logic. And to ultimately find someone who will truly love you, you have to take those risks, like, communicating with this person. I'm not saying necessarily tell them how you feel, but if you want to work with them, you should work with them, and don't be or even just want to talk to them, because you can't have a relationship where you're both constantly afraid of talking to each other. You have to break that and just trust that, if you do get rejected by this person, that you have a safety net. You have a spiritual safety net. And also a self-worth safety net, because you're discovering yourself and you're discovering what you want to live for because you're understanding death. Where was I? She wraps you in waves of love, light, and consciousness, that you may feel brave enough to live your life and not hold back from pursuing what is within your heart, or really letting it pursue you and giving in to its seduction. The mother prays, so fear not and just live your frickin' life. I added the frickin'. This oracle brings you guidance. Ask for help from the Divine Mother who loves you unconditionally. Ask each day. She wants to help you, and you have to ask for that help to empower her to do so. You have her great blessing. And each of these have a poem by Richard Kahn, I think. The poet, Richard Kahn. I love you, holding your breath in my kiss, your heartbeat in my arms. Driving home, I could see you sitting beside me, not with my eyes, but I knew you were there, your beautiful legs crossed, your coat open and inviting. The soft scent of you brings a smile to my lips and to my heart because I know you are still there. So trust in the divine and just let your feelings guide you, but don't let your fears get in your way, because fear is a feeling. You can feel fear. So figure out what feelings bring you the best things in life, is what I would like to say. Okay, so let's get some divination blocks for you guys before we end our reading. Alrighty, so we got a V and a kite and a butterfly. Very transformative. Again, you have the moth over here. So transformation, just taking that leap of faith into your new life, because I don't think you and this person can be together unless you both create new lives, or once you come together it's going to be a whole new life. And what I'm getting is I'm getting the Pam and the other guy in the office. I can't think of it, but anyway, through the seasons it took them a while to finally be like, whoa, okay, let's just do this, if this is a workplace thing. So I'm still getting that. Then we have a 6 or a 9, a 7 or 67 or 97 could be significant. And then we have a Y. That could be in your name or your person's name. So yeah, what I'm getting here is this transformation through the butterfly. And this, you know how when you're trying to fly a kite, it takes some work and you have to like run like a certain speed or run down, find a hill that will help you get the kite in the air. And it's all that work, but then finally when it's in the air, it's just, you just hold it and it looks beautiful. And that's what I'm seeing in your guys' connection, is that you just got to go put in that work for yourself and whatever's going on, healing yourself, and then you'll come together. That passion's already there, obviously. And then finally, we are going to get some charms so we can see a little more insight on your connection. So we got my my red bracelet. Red represents the root chakra, so grounding yourself. A lot of this healing work will need for you to sit out in the grass or in just somewhere where you can get connected to the earth. So maybe that's like holding a stone, or just sitting on the ground. That's not cement. Cement is not earth, ladies and gentlemen. And we have the evil eye, or the protector from the evil eye. So there could be, also what's, in between you guys is other people, especially, again, if we're going with this workplace romance thing, your colleagues, people around you. And then also, in any relationship, friends and family are also looking, watching. That's what I'm getting from that. Then we got this baby. What I'm getting from this is this, you're almost there to this conception moment for this relationship. I mean, I don't see that you're almost there. I feel like there's still a lot of work, but once you get there, it's going to be like, yeah, raising a baby, a relationship. Your relationship's going to be like a new baby. So then we have our golden deer. What I'm getting from this is that maybe something significant will happen to you guys in the winter season or Christmas season. And yeah, just like a guiding light. I'm just seeing how it reminds me of Bambi when he sees his dad and he's just like leads him out of the fire. I think that's what happens. Yeah. There's like a fire and then his dad helps him get out of the fire. So yeah, your fiery passion may be like too much for both of you. So something's gonna help you lead you guys to each other. And then we have an H. So that might mean something for you guys. What is this? Oh. Oh my gosh. You know what I'm getting with this is that they, like, you both think each other is like so adorable. And this kind of like childlike crush feeling. And then we have the seahorse. Again, I'm getting like just thinking of like pregnant daddy seahorses and just nurturing this relationship. It's slowly getting there. Like I feel like, you're two seahorses swimming together. Something like that. Well, thank you, Pile 1, for joining me today. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Hey, everybody. It's me, ShandrahFaith, and you chose pile number 2. And the pipe. The pipe. Okay, so we are going to be reading from the Transparent Tarot 2nd edition for our main reading. So let's get into it for pile 2's romantic connection. What is going on here? Ooh, the phoenix is rising. The moon. Ooh, someone is offering you their one little coin. Oh, that's funny because pile 1 had the sun in the middle. Oh, is this the world? I think. Yeah. That looks about right. Okay, so who is this person offering their coin to? Who is it? Who is this person? These cards are very floppy. I'm trying to tame them. I know I can. Oh, okay. Here we go. Woo! All right. Oh. We have 2 knights offering their cups to one another. So you guys could be just 2 strong-minded individuals. Ooh, there's the devil. Here we go. And this I feel is also in the middle. Like you guys are sharing all this shit that's going on, but it's transforming you. And what was this up here? This was the 9 of Wands. So yeah, you're getting there. You're getting there for sure, but it's like this beautiful relationship, like one person. This was, pile 1 had the cup, person offering a cup on this side and a person offering a pentacle on this side, but now this person switched. So maybe you could be the earth sign or offering it, but so this is emotion and this is material. So you're coming together. But I think there's still a little bit more you can do, or it doesn't seem like there's actually like a separation as much as there was in pile 1. You actually might even be together. You just have to go through this pain of being reborn. That's what I get from the Ten of Swords. It's just, you are finally at your breaking point, and you were afraid of having this happen, and finally you're just like, fine, just stab me with that last sword and I'm gonna die and be reborn from this experience, is what I'm getting. Especially with the devil here as well. It's like you have this joy, this friendship, but it's all tainted by the devil. You have the world right here. So let's see. Let's look into, I'm going to start with the world. I'll read about the world first. When the world appears in a reading, then even the highest goal can be achieved. It's a card that signifies completion and success on a level that positively affects the world around you. The world brings a sense of inner wholeness, bringing an individual into holistic balance and an increased awareness of their place in the world. Ambitions may be realized under the influence of this card, along with respect and support from the outside world. There is a sense of talent being shared and given the acknowledgement it deserves. With this influence, it is a card that may appear when someone is ready to pass their knowledge and skill on to others as a teacher or a mentor, particularly if it appears in combination with the Hierophant. And since you guys are both knights, and it's not like a king offering to a knight or a page, it's two equals who are both, they're not new students like the page. They're learned. That's kind of like you're in your teenage, not literally, but maybe emotionally, or in this relationship, you're in that like teenager stage where you're learning a lot, but you still have a lot to learn. You know more than a child does, but you can't vote or drive. You're starting to learn how to drive. So it's just like, I feel like you guys are just cautiously starting this relationship as equals. You also could have started out as friends before, and now it's like you guys are starting to romantically be involved, and that takes a lot of things, a lot of transformations. And what from the Three of Cups I'm seeing here, that you guys are connected through friends. You might have the same friend group, or just sharing common interests and common things together. A common love for common. Okay, so in a relationship or family matters, it shows that there is harmony and wholeness within the couple or family. All the individual ingredients coming together to form a strong, united bond. So for some of you, I'm also getting that your families knew each other for a long time, or you guys knew each other from childhood. You know each other's siblings. It's all in the family, is what I'm getting from that. Within a spiritual context, the world indicates a great step forward in the achieving of enlightenment and a greater unity with the higher self. Potential that was glimpsed earlier has been reached. The spirit has learned and assimilated much on its journey and can move on to the next stage. There is no end to this spiritual evolution, for its potential is as infinite as the universe itself. But the same paths crossed again with new eyes bring fresh learning and deeper understanding. Okay, so yeah, slowly coming together, but you guys are just such great equals with two different interests. Like one is more into like the material grounded world, and one is more into the emotional realm. But you're finding ways to work together. But I want to see what this devil is about. The devil. The devil in me is the devil in you. Okay. I'll have like songs pop into my head through readings, so they might be significant to you, or emphasize the meaning, So break those chains. We'll see if you need to break chains. As always, it's important to look at the context of the card within a reading and in relation to the question. The devil may indicate an addiction or overindulgence in some physical matter, which could be anything from trivial matters such as excessive shoe shopping or more life-threatening drug abuse and alcoholism. On a lesser level, he holds a mirror up to our bad habits and patterns of behavior. He can also indicate strong temptations of material indulgence. So this is like every relationship has its ups and downs and things, disagreements. And that's what I'm getting from this, is that this relationship is united and working together. There's just possibly addictions, habits that need to be broken, compromises that need to be made between the two of you, something like that. The devil may indicate a situation in which the querent feels bound or limited in some way, and often feelings of guilt are attached. So just this guiltiness. And for some of you also, since this is a same-sex thing, for some of you, it could mean that you're feeling a little guilty about being in a same-sex relationship. Or if it's not a same-sex relationship, there could just be general just guilt as well for being like, oh, I don't know if we can make it work. Something like that, where there's just clashes. Your world is not without its downs. It's not all rainbows and butterflies, right? All right, so let's read about the moon. I'll try to show you it because, yeah, I love the sun and the moon in this. The moon, what number is this? 18. Okay. When the moon appears in a reading, she speaks of things that may be currently unseen, but are no less real for it. She may indicate processes that are in motion behind the scenes that the querent may not yet be aware of, but that will come to affect their life in some way. The moon also often indicates events that are cyclic and may warn someone of being caught in a cycle of repeating events that they must break out of. Most often, though, the moon speaks of intangible and mysterious events, or even just sensations and feelings. There may be a message trying to reach you through dreams, or from a deceased relative or loved one. It may be a time of increased understanding of life's mysteries and a deeper exploration of the self. For those who practice magical or creative arts, this card shows a time of immersion in the magic or creativity. The moon's appearance often shows a time of increased psychic ability and awareness. When the moon is reversed, it seems that the realm of magic and the underworld has become more real than the physical world for a time. The gateway has been passed through and left behind. Though great knowledge and wisdom may be gained by this experience, it will seem like a form of madness until the gateway back to this reality is found once more. So there are these things that are hidden, or what I'm seeing is just there's differences in your relationship, and to have a successful relationship, you've got to balance out, there's pet peeves and just things, habits, again, these habits that can be bothering you or your person. And the relationship, I always see a relationship as a ship, and you're balancing and keeping afloat, and there's work to be done on a ship while you're out at sea, and the emotional sea. So let's see, what was I going to read? I was going to read about this Phoenix card, or 20 is the Judgment card, I'm guessing. Let's see. Yeah, Judgment. When judgment appears in a reading, it indicates a time of reckoning and rebirth, like an artist who has just completed a great work, putting it on display for all to see. It's time for the queer to be seen for who they truly are, warts and all. I'm getting that warts and all thing. If you're going to be in this relationship together, accept each other, warts and all. If the reading is regarding everyday matters, it may refer to a deadline for a major project or the big performance of a show after weeks of rehearsal. It's time to bring the sum of all that work out into the open, find its true worth. What I'm also getting is that this feels like, a new relationship, or even if it's not new, it's a working in progress relationship, and you've been rehearsing, and it's like being on a team. You have to practice your relationship and working with the warts, as they say. Like evolution, the next stage is reached by building on what has gone before. Sometimes this may involve facing difficult truths. Exactly, the moon is about facing difficult truths or revealing those things that we hide in the dark. But acknowledging their value is part of the whole. Once this integration has been achieved, a new chapter opens up in the life of the querent, and they may see their future beckoning. The sense of moving on to the next level applies both to emotional and spiritual dimensions of this card also. In a relationship, it may indicate increased honesty between a couple. Perhaps there's something in the past that must be brought out into the open for good or bad. Once this divulgence is made, it's likely that the part will accept and respect this new honesty, resulting in deeper levels of trust and intimacy. Yes, you're rising from the ashes. Maybe you guys need to be more honest with each other. That's what these chains is not lying to each other, but lying through not saying, like through not admitting anything, pleading the fifth. But that's still like you're putting up your walls exactly right here in the middle. You guys may work together well or party together well, but there's a lot to go into a relationship. So you don't feel stabbed in the back all the time, and you don't feel guarded all the time. So you can remove these, right, and just have like this lovely time in the moon, Actually, I kind of like the moon up here, like regular moon. So, anywho, all right, so then now we're going, we're going to read from our Gypsy Witch fortune telling cards. Okay. So, let's see, pile 2. What can we get from our Gypsy Witch? Oh. Card vomit. Oh my gosh, I don't really like that phrase. I didn't say it. Keep saying it. Alrighty. Let's get this guy. So, a lot of wands. Joker. So, Joker is like my my Fool card extra. So, but it's reversed. So, you guys aren't really taking the risk of telling the complete truth or really being honest with each other. So, try that. It's blocked. And if you don't share your feelings, share your experience, you can't bring the love in. If nothing's coming out, nothing's coming in. So we have the 4 of Cups. Yes. The fish is the emblem of riches through stalks, but if distant, it foretells future or failure and disaster. So yeah, this is what's happening. It's in the reverse position. So you're not getting everything you need out of your fish wish. So I think, again, honesty, I think, is going to flip these cards around. Then we have the 6 of Swords. The mouse denotes loss by theft. Nearby, it denotes recovery after difficulty but distant. The loss will be irretrievable. So what I'm getting from this is that the more you guys keep your silence about things and don't discuss things that you should, the distance, the emotional distance, like you guys will get further and further away from each other. So please be honest with each other. Be honest with yourselves first, and then you can be honest with your partner. Because really, that honesty is the best policy in relationships, even if it is painful. It's just, and then also having some tact and realizing how to tell the truth to a person, you know. I'll learn that too. The lilies forecast a happy life, but family sorrow if surrounded by clouds. Lying above the person signifies virtuous life, but when under indicates immortality. So this is the 7 of Wands, which is usually depicted in the normal tarot, the Rider-Waite tarot, that it's someone who's like bandaged up and kind of looking out of their like fortifications, I think. Yeah. Well, yeah. There's sorrow. There's like these flowers look so sad. So again, I think your connection is chained up right now. There's so much potential in there, but you've got to unlock it. And what did I say was the key? Honesty. The tree, good health, near flowers, fulfillment of highest hopes. Oh, but it was in reverse. So 3 of Wands is that looking forward. You've cast your ships, you're going there, you're going out the distance, you're watching. And right now I feel like you guys aren't watching. You're just kind of like got into this relationship and you're just like, oh, this is very overwhelming. It was all fun, you know, the honeymoon period is over and you're just like, oh, wow, there's some differences, but I still love this person. So how do you make it work? All right. So now let's get our Halloween Oracle. That's what we're going to read from next, our next book. Oh, there we go. Jack-o'-lantern. The name Jack could be significant to you too. So that was just coming up for me, for you guys right now. Jack-o'-lantern, protection and night song, hidden talents. All right, Jack-o'-lantern. Oh Jack, let me carve my protection, shine my fire outwards, evil, rejection, and reflection. Halloween wouldn't be the same without the carving of pumpkins into scary jack-o'-lanterns, glowing menacingly from porches, dinner tables, and porches everywhere. Jacks actually have a rich history and a spiritual bent. The original term for jack-o'-lantern was will-o'-the-wisp, an old British term. The will-o'-the-wisp was a small bundle of sticks used as a flame or torch. The Celts, the Irish, and those living in the Scottish Highlands all carved winter vegetables, not just pumpkins, but also parsnips, carrots, or beets. The time around Samhain, Halloween, was of course when the Fae and the goblins were said to be roaming wild, and so the lanterns were intended to be both scary, scaring off the undesirable, and to light the way in the dark. Today, carving pumpkin jack-o'-lanterns has become an art in itself and a true icon of Halloween. Intricate designs, both scary and funny, can be found in almost every home that celebrates the holiday. Both electric light and candles now illuminate the inside of the lanterns. Know that you are protected and that you are capable of creating the life that you want, and that the universe supports you. In this should Jack shine his light upon you. Boundaries are important to teach people how to treat us, and drawing this card indicates that you may wish to renew the ones you have or to establish new ones. Yep, I forgot to talk about boundaries, which is another important part of a relationship, because if you don't have set boundaries or you don't tell your person about your boundaries, they will cross them and you will build resentment, which is like anti-relationship juice. And so know that you're protected. And what I'm also from this protection, you're just protected in saying your truth. Like, saying your truth may sound like it's going to ruin the relationship, or whatever you have to say sounds horrible, or being honest with your person just seems too much for you. You need to take that step and understand that you're protected, that if this is really the right relationship for you, your person will understand you and love you and be with you no matter what you have to tell them. Then we have Night Song, Hidden Talents. A ruby red bird singing in the darkness, full of sound, like an unopened present, ribbons still abound. A bird singing at night is an unusual occurrence, and those birds who are known as singers of the darkness are almost always considered sacred or frightening. Like, I had that blackbird singing in the dead of night. Yeah. From the operatic nightingale through to the hooting owl, hearing a bird that you cannot see weaving its magic through the night sky has captivated humans for millennia. In the past, at Halloween time, a night that the veil between the worlds was said to be at its thinnest, those night birds were considered either omens or messengers of the gods. Depending on the culture, their voices were perceived as good luck and a positive validation, or alternatively a warning about continuing on a certain path. In some mythology, the night bird was able to direct us towards the discovering our talents and true purpose, a kind of guide in the darkness leading us to the dawn. Should this beautiful but shy bird sing to you by appearing during your divination, know that you must unwrap the present of yourself. Look, some of the gifts within you remain unopened. The time has come to step into your true potential and claim all possibilities for yourself. There's no more time to waste, no more excuses. Yeah, what I'm getting is, you have a hidden talent for telling the truth. You can tell the truth. You can be honest with your partner, and your partner can be honest with you, and there can be an honesty party going on with you to sing your night song. It may be scary, but you just got to sing it, and yeah, step into that. What did they say? The time has come to step into your true potential and claim all possibilities for yourself. Step into that. Step into this relationship. You're in it to win it. So do that. All right. And finally, we're going to read from Journey of Love. So, what do we got here? Pile number 2. What is their Journey of Love message? What is your Journey of Love message? Here we go. Thank you, spirits. Distant shores. Ooh, it's so nice. It goes with the moon. Okay. Distant shores. 18. Your soul is yearning for more. The divine is all, and there are no limits to what can be experienced by the soul. The soul is so hungry for divine reunion that will seek out whatever is needed to get there, even if that means journeying to strange or exotic shores for expanded experience. You may be feeling this soul impulse as an urge to travel, to try something new, to let go of the limitations of your mind in how you see your current life, and begin to see the new in what was once familiar. The art of the passionate soul is to be able to see that which is new and fresh. Excuse me. Even in what is known, though sometimes we can use the help of a fresh vista to inspire the mind to open and the heart to be ready to receive more. It's time for you to reach for the distant shores that are calling to you now, beloved. Don't pack your bags with too much thought. You'll travel light and easy with less baggage, and you'll need plenty of space to receive that which is new. So yes, in order to be honest, you need to drop the baggage, the things that are keeping you from being honest with your partner. What are you afraid to tell them? What are you afraid to face in this relationship? The oracle brings you a message. You will benefit greatly from travel right now. You may travel through the mind, reading journals of faraway lands or times, or watch a film that transports you. So these are things that can help you and guide you in this time if it is frustrating. Take a break and travel mentally. Moving your body to a different place is another way. Bringing fresh energy by unplugging you for a short time from what you know, to plug you into a different circuit so that you may receive different energy. So when the opportunity to travel arises for you soon, whether it be a jaunt far away or a day in a different place, take it. Don't worry if it doesn't seem practical. The divine is so much more important, intelligent, and capable of genius than what mere logic would have us believe. I waited for dawn, not wanting to go, but knowing I soon would have to leave. I waited for the first light, listening, joining with you on each breath and each exhale. I watched as morning came and you gently stirred, knowing our love was not measured in time, not the minutes that quickly passed, or the hours as departure approached. How I wanted to linger, how I wanted to tell you that this moment would last forever, and whisper one more time, I love you. And then you held me and said it first, and goodbye no longer mattered. So that was by Richard Kahn, who does a poem after each oracle card. So this distant shores is that water represents emotion, and you guys are just emotionally distant. It needs to be a reveal, a crossing. And you did get the Three of Wands of this looking out into the ocean. I feel like you're two ships that are trying to come together, but there's a fog, emotional fogginess going on with you guys. But yes, I think going inwards, and then just really, I'm getting that big message of understanding honesty. What is honesty to you? Were you raised with parents who weren't honest with each other? So it's hard for you to be honest with your person? Yeah, ask yourself honesty questions. Ask yourself honesty questions. Okay, so now we're going to bring out the divination blocks for you guys. All right, so for letters, we have a Z, an E. For numbers, we have a 9 or a 6. Oh, and another 6 or a 9, 69. 4, and then we got the apple. Again, this is like that, when I was talking about sin and the devil representing sin, that's what I'm getting, the apple of knowledge, just like that Bible story, and eating that apple of knowledge. And it's that fear, that fear of honesty is really, really pervasive in this reading. And car, what I'm getting from this is this car maintenance, that you treat your relationship like a car, that if you hear something weird, you take it to a mechanic and ask them what's going on, because that could lead to, worse things. And just in a relationship, just like with a car, you need to maintain it and check under the hood sometimes and not ignore problems that are happening, for sure. So then we have our divination trinkets or charms. I like calling them charms. Oh, this is beautiful stone for clarity. This is my crown chakra stone for me, and just how you can see through it. And it's just this clarity. And you'll get that clarity. Again, I keep saying the word honesty, but it keeps popping up. With honesty, clears up all that fog and gets through to the point. I have this yellow earring, which this is the solar plexus chakra, yellow. And that's where, and this X also, just like connecting your solar plexus chakra is, the solar plexus chakra is the creativity, intelligence, motivation chakra to me. So bringing that together, you guys, once you have that clear connection, you can really make great things and make a great relationship. Or if really just your goal is, I want this relationship to work, then be creative and be honest. I can't emphasize it more. Here we got the teacup. This is actually my past lives teacup. So for some of you, maybe look into your past lives with your person and see if there's any karmic issues that need to be resolved also. Like what's an example? I guess if your past life was in maybe the Victorian era and you're a female and females weren't really supposed to speak their mind, and so again, that's coming with the honesty, and maybe that's what's holding you back is these past life issues. So look into past life regressions. You can find those on YouTube. We have an N, I think. Yeah, I think that's an N. And then we have this little clip and the this white ribbon, which is, these are both like signs of innocence to me, but this is also what I'm getting from this is this blue, this light blue represents the throat chakra. So communication, pure communication is what I'm getting from that. So pile 2, that's all I have for you today. So have a wonderful rest of your time till I see you next time. Bye-bye. Hey everybody, it's me, ShandrahFaith, and you have chosen pile number 3 and the little hat. Okay, so we are going to start our main reading off with the Transparent Tarot, 2nd edition, and we'll be reading from that book. So we're going to see pile 3. Oh, I love the double 3 right here going on, and I'm 33 right now, so that's been popping up for me a lot. Okay, so Spirit, what is going on in pile 3's romantic connection? Wow, that just disappeared. These are magical. Oh, you know what flew out? The Phoenix. Alrighty. It was flying. There was a massive transformation. That's our Judgment card too. Ay. We are getting so much fire tonight. And walls being put up. But we need to burn it down. Let our passions guide us. Let's see what else is going on. Got someone being a little sad. A little sad here. Looks like that. Guided. All right. This is the Emperor. Take a little journey here. What's going on with you, pile 3s? Let's see what's going on here. Strength. I feel like you're lost in the city. There's sex in the city and there's lost in the city. The city of your life. This is the Fool card. Starting anew. Ooh, pile 3s. What is going on here? Okay. We have one of our players here. Someone's making some money in the city. Got an Ace of Swords coming down over here. Then we have the lovely Queen of Wands. I feel like she's right here. She's taking a journey. All right, who is this Queen of Wands journeying to? Pile 3. Well, here comes the wheel. It's turning, and every Sing, turn, 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 it is the seas. Turn, turn, turn. Whoop. All right. We got the Page of Pentacles. We've been getting all the pentacle offerings. So what is that about? So our Queen of Wands is going towards the Page of Pentacles. Someone who's learning, starting out on their material career. While here, Queen of Wands is someone more mature. Look at how she holds that sword right there, and she's ready. Oh, that's so cool. The butterfly wings give her wings. So I feel like it, from what I'm seeing right here, it metaphorically is that this Queen of Wands is coming from this nature foresty area, but walking away from this sadness, this despair. She probably moved away from the city to get, a different perspective, but she's coming back. This wheel is turning. We have the Judgment card, this Phoenix rising. And we have the Sun. What was this? The Seven of Wands. So what was this too? The Eight of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune. Way of Strength. Very interesting. And then what is this? 8. Oof. I'm going to need some more clarification here, spirits. What do we got here? Oh, this is the Hermit. I feel like it's going over here. Coming from the mountains to the city, coming back. Someone has been making money in the city. For hoarding. I feel like this is another blockage over here. Another challenge to your nice kitty and your page. The 6. Could be children involved. Something about children. Going into your past. So interesting. I feel like this isn't your person. This is like an actual child. Very interesting. Pile 3s. I don't know. It feels like a complicated story, but let's see what else comes up. Here we go. Here's our other half. That's why she has a sword. The King of Swords. Okay, let's start here. And I'm going to describe to you the Queen of Wands and the King of Swords. It's kind of a overview and seeing if this matches up with your relationships. So either of these could represent one of you, and then the other person. Doesn't have to be gender specific, but I opened up to the Kings first, so let's read about the King of Swords. And I flipped to the Queen of Wands first. So in this card, we see a striking and charismatic red-haired woman. She has an air of the dramatic about her and is holding her wand confidently aloft. The Queen of Wands is vivacious and charming and has no problem in attracting and holding the attention of others. This natural spark she has, combined with an intensely creative nature and an active imagination, means that she is ideally suited to a career in performance. In theater, she thrives as an actor, but would also be a wonderful director. However, she might find it difficult to repress the urge to play all the parts. She is also an expressive and powerful singer. Although she is quite a diva and enjoys the attention, she is equally supportive of others and makes a wonderfully dynamic mother, encouraging her children to express themselves freely, but letting them know in no certain terms where the boundaries lie. She may seem unconventional, even eccentric to others, but she's admired, and even envied for her ability to be idiosyncratic and exuberant. This is rooted in her strong sense of self-confidence, which is unlikely to be compromised by the demands of others. She is likely to be independent, though sensual and loving in a relationship, and well-traveled. We're getting that traveling. And also what I'm getting from this is that maybe for some of you, you are traveling back to, your husband and your child, and you were away and now you're coming back, but there's still this stuff in between before you can get back to your family. Like a beautiful adventure. Of course, when this card is reversed, it is easy to imagine how tempestuous the Queen of Wands can become. When her negative qualities are highlighted, we can see a self-important prima donna who is not to be crossed. Her creative side is marred by a huge ego and a childish need to be the center of attention, and she'll use her charisma to ensure she always gets her own way. If that fails, then she will unleash her temper, which is a fearsome beast indeed. So that could also be like separating, maybe if you're not physically separated from your family, it's like this anger that you haven't been able to deal with. And it's, causing conflict in the relationship and the family. So learning how to share, because this is about being hoarding and keeping things to yourself. But you're going to need to learn how to share your feelings and your space. But I'm still getting this traveling, like maybe you're nervous about traveling back to your relationship, to your family, and it's gonna, maybe you feel transformed, like this Phoenix right here. You're transformed and making your way back as a different, new person. When not indicating individual, this card could herald a new period of independence and self-empowerment, particularly for women. There is a strong sensual aspect to her character, so she could signify increased enjoyment of sex, perhaps finding ways to liven up a long-standing relationship. This card could also signal a career in theater, certainly something that involves socializing and dealing with the public. Perhaps she is simply stating that it's time to enjoy being the center of attention for a while. If reversed, then the Queen of Wands may be indicating a rather shallow need to be liked, which manifests as embarrassing behavior in public and desperate gestures. This card reversed is a warning of the pitfalls of desiring fame and attention, suggesting that there are more important factors in life that must be put forth. So what I'm getting from this is that for some of you, you could be coming back from a long trip and you're a little nervous about being the center of attention for doing this. And, again, it's that changed feeling of coming back from somewhere. And this could also be just emotionally. Maybe you're changing mentally and you're just coming back to that. You were in hermit mode and you were taking new risks, and you could totally feel different coming back, especially for some of you coming back to the city. Feels like, you're out in nature and come back to the city. It'll take strength. That's the strength card right there, to just kind of navigate through all these swords. There's some broken ones. But yeah, you have people waiting for you wherever you may go. Okay, so let's read about our King of Swords, shall we? The image, we can see an older man, his brow furrowed from the life of deep thought. He wears purple robes and holds the symbol of air, the sword in front of him. The sword he holds represents the sharpness of the mind and the ability to judge both dominant qualities of the King of Swords. Although he's not emotionally cold, he does not allow his emotions to dictate his actions, but instead acts on logic and rational thought. He has a quick mind and enjoys a good debate, and he enjoys puzzles and intellectual games such as chess. His intelligence and detachment enable him to see both sides of an argument.
but he will always fight for the side he believes to be right and just. This means that this card is often associated with those in the legal profession, particularly lawyers and judges. His keen mind would also be well suited to working with computers or accounting, where attention to detail is all important. The King of Swords may also represent a scientist or a teacher of scientific subjects. Although he is likely to have little patience for those who are slow to learn, he certainly has little tolerance for unintelligent people, whilst, in general, preferring matters of the mind to that of spirit. He may well take an interest in the scientific research behind the unexplained phenomena if he felt there was justification. His curious and insightful mind is always ready for new challenges, but it is difficult to change his mind on a subject once it has been made up. This stubbornness is a trait that is liable to come to the fore when this card is reversed. At his most ill-natured, the King of Swords is without honor, using his sharp intellect and will to manipulate others. He will do this sometimes for his own advantage, but often for the satisfaction that cruelty for its own sake provides him. When the card is reversed, his innate sense of injustice is replaced by a purely egocentric system, by which whatever he says goes or else. He's all ready to punish those who would dare to cross him, and is lacking in loyalty and emotional attachment. The King of Swords will allow nothing and no one to get in the way of his pursuit of an idea, even if it's destructive. So, you could have been coming from, if it was a physical trip or a mental trip, you could be coming from this open space, this new perspective, maybe even a very spiritual perspective, and your person is a little, not into that or needs scientific evidence to back these things, and it's hard for them to embrace this spiritual nature that has come upon you. So it's finding that strength to kind of see this hand is taming the lion, and there must be a way for a person carrying a stick to handle someone who's wielding a sword against you. But we see that Ace of Swords, that honesty that you are able to bring and coming forward to your person. You have you might just, sometimes with relationships, one person will be at a different vibration than another person. So the person who's at a higher vibration needs to learn to be accepting and patient with the partner who's vibrating a lower vibration. You can't just magically make them vibrate higher. They have to consciously do the work themselves to become more positive, to become like this king just looks so worried, and he's not even really, doesn't even look like a defensive stance. It's just like, I'm holding this sword up, please don't attack me. And they're just really set in their logical mind. Okay, so I wanted to read about this Eight of Swords, which looks like a blockages to this fire, this flame. And again, your person is of this swords mentality, and you want to break through to that. It's like you want to break through, move through over there. And there's just so much potential over here. So much potential. But you and your person need to connect, bridge that logic and spirituality. How does that work? Okay, so we were going to look up the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords shows us that the current is currently existing in a cage of fears and negative thinking. There's a strong suggestion with this card that the supposed opinions, thoughts, and feelings of others have become an overpowering force that is blocking the querent from achieving his or her goals. Exactly. This fear of what you think this person's gonna think of you once you're in this new mindset, new vibration. You went through a lot, and this person is in a relationship with you, or in a romantic connection with you. So I feel like this king is just holding up their sword trying to defend their logical beliefs, when you're just like, but I feel so much better, being in understanding the spirituality that I'm having, and it's kind of scaring your person. So, and it also, if you have a child involved too, this person could just be like, I really want to raise my child in this like scientific mindset, in this grounded way of thinking. This is what I'm getting. So, an example of this is in the workplace would be someone who was full of ideas but was afraid to share them in case they were laughed or dismissed out of hand. Exactly, that fear is big for you. Is being open with your partner about your beliefs. And I forgot what I was going to say, but pile number 2 was a lot about honesty. I said the word honesty many times. And this again is coming up for you guys, except that honesty is, I couldn't really pinpoint what exactly pile number 2 was supposed to be honest about, but you, pile number 3, it's definitely about your spirituality or just your beliefs in general, that it's important to share your beliefs with your partner to make sure that they are the right partner for you, because partners should share the same beliefs. I mean, like, they can have differences, but some things, some beliefs just are too different to really work together. So look into that. What are your beliefs? What are your partner's beliefs? How do we want to work this out? And especially if there is a child involved, like maybe it's just, you have to decide, am I working with this person and raising this child, or do we need to separate? What are our differences overwhelming the relationship? Okay, so what else? I don't want to get that Wheel of Fortune, see what's going on there. What is happening with that Wheel of Fortune? When the wheel appears in a reading, then it usually means that higher forces are at work in the life of the querent. It can represent something as simple and mundane as finding or winning a much-needed sum of money, or something as life-changing as getting a great new job or meeting a person who will become a key influence. So big change has happened. The wheel has turned, and I see that something has happened to you, pile 3, that has changed you. If the wheel has made its presence known to you, then it's a good time to ask the universe for what you need, because someone is sure to be listening. So, yeah, connect to yourself. You've grown spiritually, so use those tools now as you journey back into your life, is what I'm getting from that. But yes, there's a lot to learn and a lot to work on, for sure. But yeah, figure out if you're going to bridge the gap between you and your person, or are both your beliefs too different to combine? So think about that. Think about that for a moment. Okay, so now we're gonna read from the Halloween Oracle. Where did I put it? Aha. Alrighty. What do we got for us, Halloween Oracle? What messages from my favorite holiday, besides Valentine's Day? What do we got for pile number 3? We got the Skull of Darkness and the Skull of Light. Whoa. What What were we talking about? Different beliefs, different sides of the coin. Wow. And that's so funny because I don't know. But yeah, from what I'm seeing is like you went into the darkness and your person hasn't gone into the darkness. That's what I'm getting. But we'll read more from our book. Skull of Darkness. We may not wish to delve there, the shadows, the darkness, the unknown. Yet when we search, we reveal, and our power, it has grown. The beautiful and mysterious skull of darkness encourages us to look to the part of ourselves that normally remains hidden or as unseen as possible. You may not appreciate or like certain aspects of ourselves, and yet sometimes our greatest treasures lie within these areas. How many times have you heard of famous artists or people extremely successful in their fields being bullied for being so different? Again, these differences, I feel like showing your true self to your partner is very difficult for you now that you've changed. Yet it is their very differences from others that make them so powerful. Additionally, all of us at some stage of life have certain blind spots that may cause us grief and trouble. Although we cannot see the issue clearly, it is the repeated patterns of pain that may alert us to them. Symptoms, if you will. For example, the same things keep happening over and over again. We may be betrayed repeatedly, fail at something repeatedly, not complete tasks continually. Peace and pattern breaking can be achieved by doing the work in uncovering our blind spot, or even consulting trusted close friends or professionals to assist us to see what we cannot. So yeah, if you're still feeling in the dark, ask for help. That is what you can do. If you're really feeling like you're in the dark about this situation, ask for help. You can't do this all alone. You need a support system. Or maybe you just need to hang out with other people to get your mind off this relationship and all the workings of it. Sometimes we need a break from the darkness. Turn on a light so we can use the disco ball is what I'm saying. Okay. Skull of Light. We can stay in the dark, exist only in the midnight hours, but shining the torch, the victory is ours. Yeah. Shine on, you crazy diamond. As the famous psychotherapist Jung suggested, knowing our own darknesses helps us cope with the darkness of others. Taking the time to know thyself and to seek understanding of our more destructive or shadow natures can lead to huge happiness and less anxiety. The idea of being shown the way in the most difficult of times and always knowing that we are never alone in the darkness are keys to this magical element. Light is usually a comforting thing, yet sometimes we do not really want to see the boogeyman under the bed. It's too scary, too big, and we know not how to defeat it. Yet by simply shining the torch upon such darkness, the victory is ours. Should the skull of light enter your life, know that it's time to open yourself fully to the clarity of bright illumination. Allow yourself to be seen, to see, and to act upon what is shown to you. The time is past for hiding, for pretending, and for swallowing our discomfort by accepting the status quo when it really doesn't suit us. So this is pretty self-explanatory. You have that light to guide you through the darkness, and the darkness is where you've gone, and you're coming out of it, and you're revealing your truths to your person. And that can be very scary, but these truths will illuminate them and help you understand, again, if you want to be in this relationship or if you don't. Okay, so now finally, our last reading is from Journey of Love. Excuse moi. Okay. So, what do we have from our Journey of Love for pile number 3? Here we go. The space between the spaces between the worlds. Very beautiful. I love that yellow. Solar plexus is my favorite chakra, and that's what yellow represents. So that's very nice. And 24 might be significant to you. The space between the worlds. When we look for guidance, we often look for words that Oh, it's not worlds. The space between the words. When we look for guidance, we often look for words that clarify, reassure, and help us find our authentic path through the chaos. Yet there is also guidance in the spaces between the words, between each letter, between all the happenings in our lives, where there is nothing to be said, where there are no lines to be colored in, where there is just openness. Those are the times when we need to freestyle. We need to do or not do based on what is happening for us right in the moment. Often there is far less to do than we think. Often we don't need to think. There is a space forming around you now. Sometimes when we sense this subconsciously, we feel exhilarated and excited, anxious and nervous, and not even sure why. There is a sense of perhaps that we wouldn't mind having a map of this unknown terrain. Or perhaps we're happy to wing it and make it up as we go. Either way, there's a space to just be. It's a receiver for the divine presence. If you have a lot of space of unknowing around you now or within you, then just know that there's a lot of divine presence to be received. It can't be explained really. It happens between the words, and yet without it, there wouldn't be any words, any guidance at all. The oracle speaks to you. Enter the space and let go, for your time to receive is upon you. Be blessed. Daybirth. The eastern rise of time on newborn wings bursts out across the lifeless crowd and sings its climb to heights unknown. Of beauty, warmth, and power upon its throne, to fade again in western sky, and only for a moment lie, before it takes its course again, to breathe once more in heart of man. And that's by Richard Kahn. So this book has a artist who painted each of these images. Then they have someone doing the divination, and then someone writing a poem. I love this deck. Okay, so now we're going to go into our divination blocks. All right, we got an E, a G, a Y, a 3, a 330. Oh my, look at all these threes. Threes must be significant to you guys. Threes, pile 3. And it's significant to me, as I said. I turned 33, so yay. Okay, fishy, goldfish. This is, I'm getting that 30-second memory thing from the goldfish about, I'm feeling like you think your person, like you want your person to forget the person you were and accept the new you, and you're worried they won't. See, look at this. Again, elephant. An elephant never forgets. It's this memory thing. And you got the, oh no, was it? Aha. What is this? Oh, the 6 of Pentacles is like this sharing card. So sharing your memories, or like worried about sharing your experiences or how you've changed, and you're worried that the memories of who you were before you went into this change is gonna like make your person go away. But if you act like, if you don't act like yourself in a relationship, it's not worth being in the relationship if you can't be yourself. So just think about that for a moment. And finally, we're going to get our divination charms. Okay, we keep getting that evil eye. There could be other people in the situation that are affecting it. Obviously, it could be a child or children could be affecting it, but we have that evil eye protector right here. And I think this can also protect you from, distracting or unproductive thoughts. And again, like I told Pile 2, honesty is the best thing you can do in a relationship. No matter how harsh the consequences are, just know how to say the truth. Be tactful in saying the truth. Because, yes, it's important to say the truth, but if you say the truth in the wrong way, it can get you hurt. And it could hurt your person. So look into that, but be your authentic self. So then we have this bird. Oh, I'm not even like, we have this bird. What I'm getting from this is, again, communication, singing your song, doing your thing. Then we have the crossbow. This is about being straight and to the point. Do not hide yourself. If you are coming back from a mental excursion, a physical trip, and you've changed, be focused. Really, like, I feel like you need to just be your authentic self with this person. And if the authentic self does not work for this person, then, you know, put an arrow through it. It's done. Okay. And then we have a B and a W, or it might be an M too, but I think this is a W. No, it does look like an M. Who knows? Take it as it resonates, but that's all I have for you, pile 3. So thank you for stopping by at Reading Rainbow's Divination, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number 4. Okay. And you chose the glosses. And this is your reading for your romantic connection. So, been loving these cards. We're reading from, where's the book? The Transparent Tarot, 2nd edition. And I forgot what my "and" was about, but anyway, this is for your romantic connection. I can't lift it. Tarot reader problems. Oh my gourd. Okay, here we go. My sweet gourd. Okay, I have this. I have a TikTok, and I have a pumpkin shirt, and I did a TikTok by. I did a TikTok for George Harrison's My Sweet Lord, but I meant My Sweet Gourd. Pumpkin joke. Okay. Oh, pile 4. I always feel like at the last pile, I'm like, whoa, so many energies. But, it's cleared a bit. Got some amethyst under here. Got some sneaky amethyst I use. Why do I need to clear my energy? Okay, pile number 4. What's going on in their romantic connection? For pile number 4. Here we go. A book. A book. Looks like that's the center. That's the High Priestess. And I got someone laying back and someone sneaking away. All right, what else is going on, spirits, here for pile number 4? Ooh. The 3 of Wands. The 8 of Cups. A lot of reaching going on. All right, spirits, let's see what's happening here. The 8 of Pentacles. I'm just getting like, it kind of feels like a wizard or something. There's this wizard energy. Page of Cups. Running this way. Who's this Page of Cups? Whoa! Who's this Page of Cups running towards? So hard to pick up these cards. Look at that. The
Magician card. Oh, did I say? I was like, I'm getting like wizard vibes, and then the Magician card popped up. And look at that. They put our little page is running towards the Queen of Pentacles. And this doesn't have to be gender specific. It just can mean you and your person have different energies. And then we have the Five of Wands, which I feel like is right here. Should go here. So let's get a little more insight, can we? Shall we? Get some more insight. Ooh, the Four of Wands. I see this merging, though. This coming together. Okay. Cool. What else do we have for pile 4? Spirits. Oh. Here we go. You got the, is that a 5 and a 5? 5s could be significant to you. Cards jumping out here. 9 of Swords. 2 of Pentacles, but lots of balance. And you got that ultimate reunion card, that coming together. I don't see like I feel like these are your blockages. These are for your person's blockages, and these other little things that are going on are your blockages, but you're coming together strong. Really coming together strong. And that's, I think, because you're in touch with your intuition, which is the High Priestess card, where you both are, as long as you both are connected through your intuition and understanding each other, it doesn't matter what's going on. You're just spiritually connected, and then you can become physically connected. That's with the 2 of Pentacles. But your person is grounded. They're very grounded and offering you that while you're just starting out emotionally and feeling like, oh, I feel like I have such a big cup of love for you, but right now I feel a little intimidated is what I'm getting from you and your person, for how you feel about your person. Let's see if there's any more. What else is going on, spirits, here in this romantic connection for pile number 4? What's going on in this connection? Oh. Okay. Here we go. Here's the big mama. So maybe you grew up, or there's something that transformed in you to make you a mature person and kind of get to this person's level. That's probably why you're in a relationship. That's what I'm getting. Or there is, some of you can be in separation, and that it took you some time to turn into this mature person and have something to offer this person. What I'm getting is like protection and trust. And this person offers stability and material things, you know, a home, and money, and resources. So yeah, let's look into it some more. Let's learn about these 2 queens representing you and your person, no matter what gender you guys are. So this Queen of Swords, and oh, I actually wanted to read, since you and your person are represented by 2 queens, I wanted to read to you what queens represent in this deck. In the queens, we see mature and confident women, but they can also indicate the feminine qualities in men, or the qualities of wisdom in the young.
The queens are connected to the inner mysteries of their element and are intuitive and creative. They express the qualities of the element of water, which means they are natural empaths and healers. Yeah, that's why you got that high priestess over your whole relationship. You both are so intuitive, and I think that you are just coming into your light. You're growing. You turn this little cup of love into this solid sword, this sword of love. So let's read about our lady, the Queen of Swords. This card shows a severe yet beautiful woman with a slightly oriental appearance and iron gray hair swept back from her face, blowing in the wind. She holds the sword firm and straight before her. The Queen of Swords is an intellectual woman with high principles and strong ideals. She likes to be able to rationalize all experiences and is likely to be extremely well-read in a wide range of subjects, sometimes even learning about something at great length in order to be able to dismiss it as unviable. She does not waste time on trivial chit-chat or niceties, and this can make her seem rather aloof and unapproachable. She has no patience for idiots, but has a deep respect for her intellectual equals and superiors. The best way of winning her friendship may well be to engage her in a heated debate. She is a captivating and inspiring public speaker, since she is comfortable in the realm of words and ideas. She may well be suited to a career dealing with the mind, such as psychology or research, and makes an excellent tutor or lecturer. When her passion is stirred by causes that she sees as just and deserving of her dedication, she is certainly a force to be reckoned with. Any prospective relationship must be with an intellectual equal, or it is unlikely to last, and she'll always remain fiercely independent. Often she'll reject emotional involvement altogether, preferring the realm of research and ideas, and very often oblivious to any interest that is shown in her. She has a quick wit and a sharp tongue, which she enjoys using, but may sometimes regret pushing people away. As a mother, she can appear distant, but will be very supportive of her children's intellectual development, making sure they have a stimulating education and are always open to new ideas. However, any problems are likely to be tackled from a purely logical and problem-solving point of view, rather than with sensitivity or feeling. This aspect is particularly emphasized when the Queen of Swords is reversed. Her negative aspects include an attitude of superiority, coupled with the knowledge of what harm her words can do. At her worst, she can be wickedly manipulative and vindictive, bringing respected figures down with a few choice words. She can be deceptive, creating elaborate lies and fantasies in order to try to make herself look good and bring down opposition. She can become closed-minded, convinced of her own righteousness, even if she is proved wrong. If not indicating a real person in the life of the Queen of Swords may signal a career in scholarly research, lecturing, or deepening of an intellectual pursuit. This card could be a sign of success in a public debate or an increased awareness of psychology. Perhaps the Queen is becoming more respected in an intellectual field, or is experiencing a time of increased mental clarity and expression of ideas. When reversed, this Queen may be a sign of increasing coldness and emotional withdrawal. She could be warning of the dangers of harmful gossip, either indulging in it or becoming a victim of it. This card, reversed, is an indicator that an overachievement to logic and rationality may have caused loneliness and detachment. This card may also indicate the loss of a debate due to a fundamental flaw in the argument or to some dishonesty behind the scenes. Oh my gosh, my throat is tickling, and I feel like there was a debate or misunderstanding or something between you guys. Or maybe, you have that Queen of Swords personality where you have a sharp tongue and sometimes it cuts. And your partner's like, what did you say? Like, why would you say that? And so just learning when to not speak seems like a good exercise for you, which I was like, I was getting the feeling like, oh, I might anger this are my pile fours because they're so strong-minded and sharp, but this person is more grounded. And so let's learn about this queen. All right, queen. Oh, sorry. Oh, my gourd. Okay. In this card, we see an olive-skinned woman with long, healthy-looking hair tied up in a practical plait. She is holding the green pentacle before her in a stable position. The Queen of Pentacles is a practical and charming character with a deep connection to the earth and all growing things. She is very healthy and has natural instincts regarding exercise and diet. This might lead her to a career in fitness or nutrition, and she might also be interested in herbal remedies and homeopathy. Homeopathy, is that right? Since pentacles are also connected to wealth, she has a good business sense aided by her practical nature, which means she is unlikely to be short of money. If she does find herself on a low income, she'll be able to make the best of it and make a little go along the way. It is possible that she may run her own business as well as being an excellent housekeeper. The Queen of Pentacles is naturally domestic and is likely to be very nurturing, both of her partner and her children. Because of her good health sense, she also tends to be very physically attractive, albeit in an earthy way, and enjoys a sensual and fulfilling relationship. She can be quite old-fashioned in the home, often being quite happy to be the mistress of the kitchen and hearth. She is also fairly conventional in her style and appearance, putting practicality above glamour or imagination, but she still manages to make simple things look good. Despite her domestic and conventional leanings, she is very creative and may excel at crafts and design. She most likely enjoys spending time in her garden, which will be full of interesting and beautiful plants. Excuse me. Probably many of which she can use in her cooking or for home remedies. She is likely to grow her own vegetables if she has the space and take a keen interest in organic farming and sustainable living. When reversed, the Queen of Pentacles can become conventional to the point of being dull and practical to the point of being constricting. Material matters and beautiful things become her prime concern, and she has no understanding or tolerance of people who might wish to seek higher matters or express themselves in unusual ways. The Queen of Pentacles can be stubborn and stuck in her ways and almost bigoted about anything that seems alternative. She may well also be prone to overindulgence in food, or possibly the opposite, becoming obsessed with her appearance to such extent that it is damaging. So we got two very strong-minded personalities coming together. But I think you guys are able to do it if you follow your intuition and your guidance. And that the things that are going on here in this person's life is just these worries and thoughts and dealing with all these different people. I feel like these wands are just juggling all these people and these situations. And your person is just trying to stay grounded. While you, on the other hand, you guys are also going through thoughts, just going over things in your mind. And you've moved away from that little page that was holding the emotions. I feel like you've detached yourself from your emotions. And there isn't, I think this is the only cup card, is this little page of cups, and you and your person have just detached yourselves from emotion. And you need emotion. I think people get scared because emotions get out of control. Emotions can hurt other people's feelings. But yeah, you and your person need to get in touch with your intuition and your emotions so that you can come together. And you are working well together so far, is what I'm seeing from the connecting energies. And that there's a magic going on between you, but you just can't be distracted by the other things that are going on in your life. And maybe also just your differences or anything that crosses your boundaries, find a way to compromise as much as you can, and as many times as you can, instead of trying to win an argument. Things will go a lot more smoothly if you're always in the compromise mode, so that it doesn't turn into a bloodbath is what I'm getting. Oh geez, like a verbal bloodbath. Alrighty, so now we're gonna read from the Gypsy Witch over here. Bloop. And yeah, we're gonna see a little more what's going on here. Oh wow, that just popped up. The Queen of Coins again. Look at that. She's back again. Children signify friendly disposition and gentleness. So this gentle earthly nature. You guys got to go back to that. Go back into nature to help your relationship. And this weather's getting nicer. Go out, do some outdoor time with each other. We got the Eight of Cups reversed. The cat indicates flattery. If near number 6 foretells personal injury, near 29 and 30 denotes strife. Okay, we don't have any of those cards. So the Eight of Cups reversed is usually, the Eight of Cups means the pilgrimage card. You're traveling, you're moving forward emotionally. And right now your emotions and your connection to your emotions aren't balanced. That's why there's a reversal here. And then here's the King of Cups in reverse as well. Hand in hand indicates confiding disposition. When in close proximity, 38, 39, 42, 47, friendship will warm into love. When near 45, favor will be found with superiors. Near 48, financial success. So, yeah, an upside down King of Cups. Again, not in tune, balanced with your emotions and your feelings. And this could also mean like just being honest with your partner, which has been a big theme today, is just gotta be honest with your partner, peoples. And then we got the Ten of Swords reversed. Was the Ten of Swords in here? No, I don't think so. The Rod near predicts family quarrels, distant pecuniary losses. So yeah, that 10 of Swords where you're just stabbed and you're waiting for the dawn to start over again. You've been bulldozed. And maybe there's been fights with you guys and like verbal fights where things have been said and you didn't mean it, and you know, you want to keep the relationship going. So take these quarrels as little stepping stones into understanding how can we work together. All right, I feel like I'm getting one more. The 10 of Wands. Here's the other like strife 10, because the other two 10s in tarot, the cups and the pentacles, are more of this happy abundance, and then the 10 of Wands is about burden, and the 10 of Swords is about starting over after just life-changing defeat and life-changing loss. The Tower surrounded by clouds denotes a sickness, and if adjoining, death. So again, we're just starting over. We're starting over. There's been a lot going on, and we're just turning over a new leaf and using our magic and our intuition to guide us into the best conversations we can have with our partner, the most productive conversations we can have with our partner. Okay. So let's now read from the Halloween Oracle. What do we got for pile 4, please? What Halloween guidance do we have for pile number 4? Ancestors. Okay, one more, please. Oh, here we go. Forgiveness. Oh, I feel like you guys get into these like little catty fights, and it's hard to forgive. And I've actually haven't seen this card, but this is the first time I pulled that card from the Halloween deck. Reducing burden. What was I talking about? The burden. These burdens are adding up, and you guys need to find that common ground. And ancestors, the love and legacy of your DNA. So let's get our book and let's read. Ancestors. I walk in their footsteps, their wisdom inside me remains. I am unique, yet carry a legacy their blood runs in my veins. Whether or not we know our ancestors, we are the product of those who have lived before us, DNA-wise. Externally, we may have the body type of our father, our mother's eyes, or our grandmother's nose, our great-grandfather's skin tone. On the inside, it gets even more interesting. We know now that we can inherit the way our body works, blood types, genetic disorders, even propensities for aspects of brain function, like introversion, musicality, and mathematics. Many pagan paths associated with Halloween believe that we are born perfectly imperfect to be exactly what we are meant to be. What does this mean? I lost my spot. What we are meant to be. What does this mean? It means that the gifts our ancestors have left us and the unique synergy of the combination of the physical, mental, and physical that is created within us sets us up perfectly to achieve our ultimate purpose. Should the ancestor card bring itself to your attention, know that you're ready and able to action your birthright of power. You have the support of those who came before you. There may be challenges or struggles, but you have everything you need to overcome them. You will prevail. So yeah, I think this is like, you both are like very strong-minded people. So use that power to listen. I'm getting is that, yeah, you just need to listen to understand that power. And though you both have strong opinions, strong minds, it's important to what I'm getting from this is that you both have very strong ancestral beliefs or strong beliefs, and you want to hold on to them. But if you want to work together as a relationship, sometimes you have to be more flexible in who you are, and your lives blend together. So there has to be all this compromise, no matter how much it is. You know, if you had a family where your parents were always fighting and there's no cohesion, it's hard because you can't draw from a healthy relationship if your parents weren't in one when you were growing up. So you take that on from your parents. So we learn forgiveness as we go on our journeys. A wrong is done, consequences you cannot deny, but to hold a grudge is to drink poison and think that the other person will die. Oh yeah, that metaphor has been coming up for me a lot. But yeah, it's also a metaphor for anger, is that anger is like drinking poison and waiting for the other person to die. So again, it's just, I think there's a lot of fighting or like disagreements, and you've got to learn to let go of negative ancestral patterns and to learn forgiveness. Being a cold season festival, Halloween is the perfect time to pause and think about how things actually are in our lives and what heavy burdens we do not wish to carry through these harder, leaner times. Some of this heavy-heartedness may relate to old relationships or grievances. Some may relate to negative feelings we hold on to tightly about others, and even a lack of compassion for the mistakes we have ourselves made. It is said that it takes a big person to apologize, but in many ways it takes an even bigger person to forgive. When we hold grudges, the negative energy is incredibly toxic. It's like drinking poison and expecting the other unforgiven person to die. Whilst we may even harbor feelings of revenge, and to be honest, that does feel good for a while, it is important that we move those feelings along to forgiveness and release as soon as possible for our own health and well-being. If you have chosen this card, think about who it is that you could be forgiving, and that includes yourself. Yep. First, you got to forgive yourself to forgive others. It's hard, but you can do it. Okay. Finally, our last book we're reading from is Journey of Love. A little guidance on your romantic journey. All right. Journey of Love, what do you have for us for pile 4 on their romantic connection? Woo! Sometimes it takes a little bit to get the oracle going. We'll get there. Come on, what do we have for pile 4, please, spirits? What do we have for pile 4? What do we have for pile 4? Oh my gosh, I don't know what's the hold up. Pile 4. What do we got here? All right, here we go. Yin Yang Lover. What have I been talking about? You guys are two opposite forces that work as one, for sure. Let me see. Let's see what that's about. 8. Yin Yang Lover. Can I go where you go? Yin Yang Lover. The force of attraction is stronger than your conscious control. There is no need to fight this inner genius. You can learn to speak its language instead. What is it that captures you? That pulls you close? That holds so much light for you? Why fight it? Don't step away from what you really love to grab hold of a second prize. Why not claim your first prize? It is there waiting for you. It is yours alone, beloved. No one else can claim your own divine birthright for you. Be yielding and let your desire fill your body, your heart, and your mind. You don't have to fight for what is already yours. It will come to you through the field of attraction that emanates from your own heart. It's not a question of worthiness or deservedness. It's not a question of trying to work out what you need or want. Your heart always knows. Listen, if you still can't hear, then just feel. You'll get the gist of it soon enough. This oracle has a message for you. No matter whether you seem to be heading closer to your goal or further away, you're making real spiritual progress. And what you want is the same thing that is wanting you. What you are seeking is seeking you. It's only a matter of time before you get it. The moment when to fill my heart again is measured not in time or sweet remorse. No tears that wash away unbridled pain or morning light which sings its soft retort. Such love has slept through storm and winters long. No call could break the stillness embrace, or hasten change from the season's song, unfurl its melody and words so chaste. Empowered thus, I found myself compelled to cast aside emotions dormant still. My feelings spoke from depths the answer welled. No need or past the emptiness to fill. At one our touch has opened hearts anew. Of patience born there waits a love so true. So patience goes along with forgiveness. So cultivate that. Cultivate your patience. Okay, let's get some divination blocks. And then we'll get some charms out for you guys. So here we go. Okay. All right, we got an I, an L, an X, an A 1. And then for our pictures, we have an airplane, a kite, 2 flying things. I feel like this is, you know, take it easy. Fly your course. Let it happen. The ladybug, I'm getting this like lucky ladybug, if that means anything to you guys. But just this ladybug is so resilient and eats other bugs, which is, they're so cute, but then they eat other bugs. But this is, I feel like you guys are 2 ladybugs. Just, you can bite people's heads off, but you can find that cuteness and this compromise in you. And then we have the apple, which I see as like the truth and like that apple of knowledge, and that you don't need to hold the knowledge over your partner's head. Just be honest and share the knowledge. And I don't know, I'm just getting for some of you, just like there's just this like intellectual competition between you 2. So, oh, and here, let's get the ones. What do we have in our chart? Oh my god, what is that? Look at this. You guys are working together, that yin and yang. Let's make this work. Then we got this beautiful red. It's like red here and then orange, so that's like the root chakra. With the orange is the sacral chakra. So grounding yourself. Get connected. Look up the root and sacral chakra. How do you get connected to that? How do you clear that out? We got our dice. This is about like gambling, taking that gamble of being open with your person, or forgiving and not trying to win the fight all the time when you guys have fights. Oh, look at this. We have these 2 little dangly earrings. One is a mermaid and one is a turquoise earring. So one of water and one of earth. So emotion and grounding is what will work for you guys. So work with water and earth energy. And then we have this diamond shaped earring thing. And what I'm getting from this is just coming together again, is what I mean. It's this like mutual understanding between each other that your petty differences are not going to break the diamond that your relationship is. Even this triangle too, these circles and working together again. This, I love doing this. Like, ooh, your relationship is working. And then we have the shell. What I'm getting, this is about clamming up, and we got to just open up the shell and reveal our truths and allow ourselves to forgive. This forgiveness is just really important for you guys. And then we have an H and a T. So that's all I have for you, Pile 4. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.